You know, there was a question in the college yesterday. And I answered that question with wisdom. Bible said that Genesis 2:2, God hallowed the seventh day, and God rested on the seventh day. Then Bible never tell you, and the first day, and God went to form man of the earth. So God formed man of the earth while he was resting. But that is not true. You know your confusion? Bible was not written in chapters, and it was not written in verses. It was men that put it in chapters and in verses. So mistakenly they put what happened in chapter 1 in chapter 3. And what happened in chapter 3, they may put it in chapter 2. Or they may put it in chapter 7. And between verses, maybe hundreds of years between verses. What happened in Matthew 10:15 may have taken 6 months before what happened in Matthew 10:16 happened. But when you are reading them, you think they happen sequentially. They never happened that way. If you read Acts of Apostles chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Chapter 1, Jesus went to heaven. Chapter 2, they received the Holy Ghost. Chapter 3, Peter made a lame man. You think it happened yesterday, this one happened today. Between chapter 1 of Acts and chapter 3 of Acts, maybe 15 years. Maybe 15 years. As after the time they received the Holy Ghost, it may be 15 years later before the lame man was made whole at the beautiful gate. But because you read chapter 1, you read chapter 2, you read chapter 3. Some people thought that God just made Adam in the morning, he fell in the evening. Now when somebody asked that question, who did Cain marry? Have you heard some people ask that question? Who did Cain marry? That's a stupid question asked by ignorant people. You think Adam and Eve gave birth to Cain and Abel? They just gave birth to them, they came to sacrifice. Each of them was over 300 years, 400 years. And between that time, Adam was not looking at Eve. They were busy producing. And Cain and Abel were busy marrying their sisters, and they were busy producing. So, the children of Cain may be 10 men with their wives, and suddenly one who said, me and my children were about 11. They will take a lift and go up there and settle and call that place their city. And the second son will carry his children and go this way, go a bit far, settle. Him and his family, maybe 7, they stay there. The other one goes there. Then after 10 years, the son of that one met the daughter of this one and married. That is how they continue to shift. So by the time Cain and Abel said, let's go back to our father's house and make a sacrifice, they came from their different locations, went back to their father's house where Adam and Eve gave birth to them, and then they made sacrifice. When what happened, Cain killed Abel. Cain, now after killing Abel, now found out that the news must have come to his brothers and relations. So they will plan and kill him. So he ran to another city called Nod. When he went there, who he say married was his sister. Just like all of us are children of Adam and Eve. But because your father came from Okija and your mother came from Newi, you got married. You never knew you were brothers and sisters from one man. Is that clear now? That was how it happened. No other way. There's no other way. God didn't create men everywhere and came to do Adam and Eve. No, it was only 2 of them. As years rolled by, they continue to marry and intermarry and intermarry. So they started spreading to this place, to that place, to that place. Hello. He will shift. Sometimes far from the family house, far from the ancestral house. He will go there and marry. And then from there, the second son there say, I'm going. He will leave to another place. After many years, they say, let's go back. They have a meeting in their ancestral home. That may be the first time some are seeing each other. And in some cases, some have been boyfriend, girlfriend. In some cases, some may have been boyfriend, girlfriend. Now when they now come and find out that, no, papa toro, mama. Do you understand that? All right. This power is working according to the working. What is this working? This working will take me to Genesis, and I'm avoiding going there. Yeah, I'm avoiding going to Genesis, because if I enter there, you'll be on fire. According to the working of his mighty power. Where is this mighty power? Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. How? Hebrew 1. We are coming back to Genesis. So Hebrew 1 verse 1. God, who has sung the times and the diverse manner spake in the time past unto the fathers by the prophets. The next verse. Had in his last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he had appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. He didn't say the world, he said the worlds, including rivers, seas, oceans, hell, Jupiter, Pluto, all the worlds, seen and unseen. Colossians 1:16. For by him we are all things created that are in heaven. See where we get the details of Genesis 1:1. So when you read, hold on, hello. When you read Genesis 1:1, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. He didn't give you details. He didn't give you details. So you just saw heaven. Then you start thinking, heaven. What does it look like? How does it look like? Are there anything in heaven? Some of you think that when you go to heaven, you see street of gold. Pastor Pascal. Some people. That's what they told you. You have that dream and measure. I will go to heaven, the streets are made with gold. Streets. Which company constructed it? Which company constructed the streets? Maybe God have construction company that constructed streets with gutters in heaven and is made with gold. We say have very far journey as church. Let's leave that. Of things that are in heaven. So there are things in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him before him. John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word. So what Moses called heaven was Word. So what is heaven? Word. Hey, angels no need. Okay, Genesis 1 verse 7. Genesis 1. And God made firmament and divided the firmament which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven. What did God call heaven? What did Moses call heaven? Word. What did God call heaven? Firmament. What did Moses call heaven? Word. Moses said in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. John said, no, Moses, you are wrong. In the beginning was the Word. I'm trying to fix you right. Just as I am right. I'm very right with scriptures. Very right with scriptures. Because I have an understanding. He said that your eyes of understanding being enlightened, that you may know. That you may know what is the hope of his calling. And God called the firmament, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So what is the working of this mighty power? What is the working of this mighty power? Go back to John chapter 1 and verse 2. Are you following me? Sure you are following me? The same was in the beginning with God, not heaven, word. Then verse 3. All things here include heaven and earth, and everything in heaven and everything on earth, we are made by him. How? Genesis 1:3. And God said, God in the beginning was word. He didn't create heaven. It was Mayetabosh. It was after being recognized as word, then he said. Don't worry, relax. Yeah. I know you are struggling. You will catch it. The exact interpretation to what happened in the beginning was in John 1. As a matter of fact, John 1 chapter 1 to 4 is supposed to be Genesis 1 verse 1 to 4. In the beginning was the world. Did it say was heaven? Did it say in the beginning was God? He said in the beginning was the Word. Then he said, and the Word was with God. And the Word is God. That's where we put it here. And the Word is God. He said the same was in the beginning with God. He said all things were made by him. How? When he said, let there be. And there was. So the heaven that Moses reported as in the beginning actually came after light. The heaven that Moses was bringing first, because Moses may have brought in heaven first because of his local understanding of God first. So he thought God first made a throne for himself in heaven. Then he came to earth. That is a lie. God was never in heaven. God was never in heaven. As a matter of fact, before in the beginning there was no heaven. God was in his place. That place is called world. God was in his place, and that place is called world. And to you, new creatures, say, being born again, not of the corruptible, but of the incorruptible, but the word of God that liveth and abideth forever. Which means, when you are a new creature, what is in heaven cannot corrupt you, what is in earth cannot corrupt you, hell cannot corrupt you, Okay, Genesis 1:5. Genesis 1:5. Let me. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, and the morning were the first day. Look at that communication. He called the light day, and darkness he called night. And there was not night and morning. So when you say good night to somebody, it's not proper. You only say good night to a dead man. So what do you tell me? 11:30 p.m. Good evening. There was not night. Pastor, you look at that communication. There was not night and morning. There was evening and morning. So night is a personality, day is a personality. That's why in 1 Thessalonians he said we are the children of the day. Hey, don't make me go to the Bible. We are not of night, darkness, but of the day, light. So a man who didn't know God brought his philosophy to you, and you comprehended. Good night, because it's 10 p.m. Some of you that chat, when it is, I'm about to sleep, okay, see you tomorrow, Good night. Shut up. Change it. Good evening. You know why? You know why? Night is a person. Day is a person. So when you tell any human being alive, good night, you have sentenced him to death. When you say to a new creature, good night, and they reply back to you, good night too, two of you are stupid. Look at Bible. Let God be true and every man. And God called light day, and the, look at it, he didn't say and darkness, and the darkness he called night. Then according to you, it's supposed to be and there was night and morning. But Bible didn't say and there was night and morning. What the Bible say? And there was evening and morning. There was evening and morning. So from today, how are you? Perfect. How are you? Perfect. All this your grammar expires now. The only one grammar you have license to speak as a new creature. Perfect. How is business? Perfect. How are you doing, sir? Perfect. Oh, darling, how are you? Perfect. Oh, sweetie, how are you? Perfect. Why? By one offering, he had perfected you forever. You see, we have been indoctrinated wrongly. And we grew in this wrong indoctrination. Because everybody is saying it does not make it right. So when you are communicating with a brother, a sister on phone, and it's night, stop saying good night. Say good evening. See you in the morning. There was evening and morning. Those that sleep, sleep in the night. He said, baby, we don't sleep, so that that day will not take you by surprise. And you are telling me good night. Moreover, the class where we are, there is no night, there is no day, there is no week, there is no month, there is no year. How old are you? You tell me you are 28. How old are you? Tell me you are 41. How old are you? Tell me you are 62. Something is wrong with you. I am 33 years. Including Divine and Ebuka, they are 33 years. The one you carry in your womb, you want to deliver next month, is 33 years. Why, sir? Because where we are, there has never been a night or a day. When you enter your consciousness, it will help you. I've told you over and over, not this year, not last year, not 5 years ago, not 10 years ago. I will go to Omaru where the headquarters is, and I will leave Omaru. I will go to Israel, show them Jesus they never knew. And at 90, I'll still be jumping. I won't die on time. Oh. I won't die on time. Because my assignment is eternal assignment. You need longer years to communicate it to men. Even this one I'm talking now, you are not comprehending all of them. So why will I die on time? Leave you half-baked? What will I tell Jesus when I go there? What will I tell him when I go there? He too will not even approve it. If I make it a prayer point, he will travel. He will not be there to hear what I will say. Oh, I'm tired. Let me go home. At least may I stay with you, whatever. He will close his ear that he won't hear it. Because I'm still scratching the surface of my assignment. I've not opened page 1. Listen. Verse 6. Let me take you to what I wanted you to know and I drop. I have just 6 minutes. And God said, listen to Moses. Who said? Who said? Who said? And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. Which means there was no heaven, there was no earth, there was only waters. Genesis 1:2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Moses is confused. Because in verse 5 he told us, and the darkness he called night. So darkness first appeared before light. Because light was not outside thing. Light was an inside thing. And while light was on the inside of God, the outside of God is full of darkness. That was why David said, thou coverest thyself with darkness, that no man can behold thy face. Why? David couldn't see what we are seeing. He has God who had commanded the light to shine out of darkness has shone in our heart through Jesus. He has revealed the knowledge of himself through the face of Jesus. So we are no more inside God. We have come out of God as light to manifest. So wherever we enter, light shines. That's why you enter a home and they find a solution to their problem without you talking. Why? Light just invaded the territory. You come to a place and so they say, yeah, I got it, I'll fix it. Why? He didn't fix it by himself or herself. It was your entrance. And because you were never taught, so you didn't know. You should come and give me offering now. And if I talk this one now, some of you... That scripture you quoted is you. Being born again, not of the corruptible, but of the incorruptible, by the word of God. So which came back to you is word of God. So where you enter, what light enters. So darkness. Oh no, verse 2. And darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, not on heaven, not on earth, upon the face of the waters. The Spirit of God. And then God said, let there be light. And then light issued out and shone. And God looked and separated light from darkness. And darkness, the darkness he called night, and light he called day. Then verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And let it divide what? So the whole of this cushion of the earth is water. So a firmament will come and divide it. What is above the firmament? Water. What is beneath the firmament? Water. What did God call heaven? Water.
The pastor get whatever something.
When the pastor get whatever something. Listen. And let it divide the water from the waters. Verse 7. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. The next verse. And God called the firmament heaven. So what was above the firmament? Water. So if you break through the firmament, where will you enter? Water. So the question is, where is your heaven? Next Sunday, rise to your feet. Next Sunday. Don't mix next Sunday. First, second service will be hot. Because we are going to be looking at heaven. This heaven. All these people making noise. Heaven at last. They don't know where it is. If they see it, they don't even know how it looks like. You see, scripture will just be walking like this. Next Sunday, I want to communicate heaven. Tell your friends, come and hear where heaven is, what is heaven, where it is, how does it look like. Tell your neighbor and friend, come and hear. Before you know, if you are going to hit water up there and fall down. After all, in Thailand, last 2 years in Thailand, fishes were falling from heaven. Fishes that couldn't escape the firmament. Fishes that couldn't escape the firmament. They started finding their way. In Thailand. It was on Facebook. It was not magic. It was a reality. Fishes were falling like rain. I won't eat that kind of fish. Heaven. I said, rise to your feet. I finished for today. No. Next Sunday. Hallelujah. Chineme, where is your wife? Is she in church? She's supposed to be here. How can I manage it? Because I wanted to minister to her so that thing. They stopped yesterday as we talked when I saw her, but not to show face again. Okay, come. forests of Ore and the Jabode, no architect will claim your life. Because you are going to be on the road, and just take charge over the highway. In Jesus' mighty name. Anybody give you money to do any job for him? Either work or you are the one who will see to it and make the payment, or you are the one who will do the job and collect money. But he has given you some money for it. That God will remove confusion in you, so you do exactly what you and the person agreed. I see a matter, I see police, and so many things started getting involved. I see a matter, I see police involved, and I see many things getting involved. My prayer is not to stop the police. My prayer is that God will give you wisdom to do excellently as you are discussed. God in heaven, who by his spirit garnish the heavens and the earth, will by the same spirit garnish your mind and concentration, so that in the course of executing that job, there will be excellent touch. That when the person comes and see it, he will give you your balance without thinking. In Jesus' precious name. Mamia Koso. Somebody here, the trouble you are going through actually is caused by your mother, because of what she said out of pain years back about you. Out of pain and brokenness and tears, she spoke. Maybe later years or later months or later days, but that cause was not affected. Those things she said. That is why whenever you are expectant of good, somehow something aborts it. It takes a prophet to change it. See, say what I say I didn't say again. It's nonsense. The only way it will work is that you will be happy to that same level of anger. Then you'll be able to denounce that one you said in anger. It will be effective. So out of anger milli kuokunisi ulona mbwereta iwere mmanya kpọrọ ndị mmadụ ya sị daddy osigeze and say okay, don't worry, it's okay, Father, forgive him. You are going to suffer. Ige menye game okomobi uto ndekwa anwule dika gasi na no that same level of anger. I will now call your name whether you are there or not and cancel what I say. That's the only time it's cancelled. That was why God in that height spoke against the earth and came to die, to go back to that height and change the course of the earth. No, you can't be more smarter than God. This is how far the Holy Ghost led me. He said that is why once you're expecting any good, somehow something will abort it. You have been praying. It's because of what happened between you and your mother years back. So I will take our offering. I didn't bring my offering. Well, I can't interpret that. But just how I'm there, there's somebody here. Look at what is happening in his life. He said, why? Is because his mother wept and spoke against him. So wherever good is about coming, that good is aborted.